boys cannot keep getting away with this because that was one of the most insane cliffhangers to end a season in television history. This episode really had it all. Crazy reveals, crazy cameos, that crazy ending, and you're not gonna be happy about who gets offed. But oi, Yui, me and you, we gotta talk about it. I am gonna be recapping the entire episode, so if you're not trying to be spoiled, make sure you drop a like, follow, but come back later because I do want to hear your thoughts. We start off with shots fired at Warner Brothers. They canceled Training A Train, all for a tax write-off. Batgirl movie reference. Like at this point, are we even surprised? I'd like to take this moment to give a shout out to Kimiko for no apparent reason at all. But we got Frenchie racing against the clock on January 6th trying to cook up this virus. Back with Huey, don't do it, stranger danger. The shapeshifter posing as Annie actually proposes to Huey. Man, say that 5 times fast. As Huey gives her his mother's ring. And bro's literally sleeping with the enemy married to her now. But hey, till death do us part, right? Like at this point, it's kind of a choice. But Huey starts getting a little suspicious about her. Meanwhile, Mallory goes to visit Butcher, who is still talking to himself like 09 Randy Orton, about saving and protecting Ryan. Meanwhile, cut to Homelander, who's cleaning up after Ryan. He finds that picture that Butcher gave him, and he didn't like that. Not one bit. Bro just cleaned up the apartment and trashed it. Tech Knight probably looking up like, ah ha ha. But Ryan walks in and we got some tension. As Homelander tries saying, you're my son, and you can't do anything about it. You're literally lay sperm. Ryan just gets pissed and dips. As we cut to the shapeshifter going back to Annie to recharge her shapeshifting and her memories. She starts gloating in her face that Huey married her and he was fucking her. But she was also low-key kind of eating Annie up about how she thinks she's a hero, but really deep down she's not. Meanwhile, Butcher calls Huey to say sorry to the boys and asks him to visit a steakhouse in Nevada for him and Lenny. Oh, as we get, just look at the disgust in this man's face. Homelander really just a walking meme. But they get Victoria Newman on the truth bomb with Firecracker. Victoria Newman says, can we make this quick? I gotta get the fuck up out of here. So Homelander starts doing that little thing he does when he tweaks. He says, YOLO, ain't nothing to it but to do it. As he publicly outs Newman as a soup on live TV. She tries denying, he just laser beams her face, which she obviously takes because she's invulnerable basically. He really pulled the Maeve move again. And Victoria Newman, she didn't like that, not one bit. But she hits Homelander with the think, Mark. Now you're gonna have to get rid of 50% of everybody. And Homelander's like, I thought of that. He didn't think of it. So he asked Ashley to get the names of everyone in the company that could have dirt on them. Ashley's over there like, fuck, that's me. Meanwhile, Huey tries finding the information they got on Victoria Newman since they now know she's a soup. The shapeshifter over here listening in the background, she's like, that's me, I did that. As now the boys are in a bit of a conundrum. They need that virus ASAP. Ryan goes to visit Butcher and Mallory is ecstatic to see him because Ryan helped fill that void she has of her grandchildren. But Butcher is pleading to Ryan to go with Grace, get away from Homelander. This is his dying wish. But Ryan's still hesitant, so they decide to play Connect 4. As Ashley brings Homelander the list of people that need to be terminated. What do you mean by that? You're gonna find out. Milk Mommy pours, my bad, Firecracker pours breast milk like some fucking whiskey for Homelander to Come on. This man took a sip of it, tasted it like some wine, and said, cilantro? Homelander tasked Noir in the Deep with killing everybody on that list, which is when the Deep says, doesn't Ashley have the most dirt on us? Homelander's like, yeah, you're right, good idea. To show you how much they don't give a fuck about Ashley, he doesn't even know her last name. It's Barrett. Ashley overhears this and runs like A-Train. I thought it was funny how she was running past the A-Train statue. Goes into Homelander's office and takes some V. She starts turning into something, I don't know what. They cut to black and we never see her again. Kind of like the leader from the Incredible Hulk movie. Cut to the boys who are tasked with protecting the president in a bunker. There's just one problem, the fucking shapeshifter's there. But Huey realizes she's a shapeshifter when she says it's like a sauna in here, which is what the shapeshifter said when they first saved her. Huey tries telling MM, he's like, act cool, act cool. But they don't act cool, so she doesn't act cool. She goes straight Terminator mode. She fucking turns this dude into a cabinet decoration. She was doing shit that had Kimiko making faces like this. You know how fucked up you gotta be to have Kimiko saying, ugh. But anyway, will the real Annie please stand up? Annie shows up and beats the dog shit out of the shapeshifter. Actually just chokes her out and kills her. As they head back, Frenchie has made the virus. And the boys are like, thank God something's going our way. Annie and Huey have a nice little reconnection moment where he says he loves all of her little imperfections. She says, you're getting tested for every fucking disease known to mankind. But Victoria Newman is scared and she asks Huey for help. She wants Huey to look after her daughter. And Huey reluctantly agrees. Noir and the Deep go on a fucking killing spree of everyone that was on that list. Dumbass Noir kills the wrong Ashley. I mean, they're legit the last two brain cells. Two dumb bitches saying yes exactly to each other. Kimiko and Frenchie finally kiss. I love this scene. Turns out she wanted him to be with Colin because she felt like he was better than her. Because she feels like shit. But Frenchie said, there's no one better than you. Ugh. Back with Ryan, Butcher, and Grace. Grace spills the bean about everything bad Homelander did, including the fact that his mom. And then Ryan starts realizing that where they're at is meant to hold in soups. So now he feels betrayed. Grace tries talking him down, saying she loves him, but Ryan is scared, confused, and he pushes Grace out of the way. And I mean, God, he got her ass full horizontal. I don't even know if that's a real shape. As he looks back at Butcher like, man, I can't believe you did this shit to me. He just dips. Butcher gets the call from the devil on his shoulder, and he picks up and says, yep. Now I know what I gotta do. Back with the boys, Victoria Newman and her daughter. They finally come to an agreement. But that's when Butcher walks in looking like the fucking Venom symbiote. Oi! He's done playing game. He picks up Victoria Newman and applies the Megatron method. You want a piece of me? You want a piece? No! I want two. And he murks Victoria Newman just as they were gonna make a fucking agreement. Now he's big dick swinging around saying, give me that fucking virus you got in there, Frenchie. As he takes it and dips. I told y'all he was gonna be the villain. We cut to Homelander who finds out the news that Victoria Newman got assassinated. And he's just sitting there like, fuck, nothing's gone right. Which is when Sage walks in with a little balloon saying, this was all a part of the plan. Turns out Senator Calhoun is next in line to become president and he wants Homelander as his right-hand man. We get a pretty dope Nirvana heart-shaped box needle drop as Homelander says a speech basically saying like, this is the age of superheroes. The rest of the boys minus Butcher go their separate ways. But they all start getting captured. Kate shows up and does that little thing she does to Frenchie. Huey and Starlight get trapped by Cindy, that bald girl from season 2. She finally came back. Sam, holding back Himiko, lets out her first words. She says, no, 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 as Frenchie gets captured. Huey gives Starlight the nod and she dips. As Butcher and his crazy ass self go riding off into the sunset with the virus. That's how the season ends. Crazy ass cliffhanger. But I think we ain't done yet because we get a post-credit scene of you, Soldier Boy, tell him. We're getting the dynamic father-son duo from hell. All I know is season 5 is gonna be heat. But if I can be really honest with you, it felt like season 4 was just a big setup to season 5. I still enjoyed it, but I think it's definitely the weakest of the 4 seasons. Who wants to go to the 4 Seasons Hotel in Orlando? Me! If you stay for the post-credit scene long enough, I just realized I want to say a huge thank you and just like so much gratitude from my end if you've been supporting the channel and watching these videos. It's been so much fun covering the boys. You know, going week to week, coming up with funny theories. Some hit, some don't. But the real boys are the boys you make along the way. And I just want to say, if I was able to bring a smile to your face throughout this entire process, I think that's all I really care about, honestly. I just love chatting with you guys, having the messages back and forth, and just so much fun, man. I'm just really grateful. I'm just feeling really grateful today. You know, this is kind of rambling. I'm in my podcast mode. But if you stayed long enough to this video, I just want to say I really appreciate your support. Love you. You know, you matter. Like that at the end of the day, like you have a place to come to. If you feel like you don't, you have a place here to come to and come chat. And if you really want to talk, I can really talk with you. And I don't know. I'm just so happy and grateful, man. So once again, thank you so much. Let me know your thoughts about this episode, about these recaps down in the comments below. Let me know where I can improve. I'm a huge fan of getting feedback and trying to figure out, you know, where I can get better. I think obviously like the editing side of things I can get better. It's just tough right now since I also work a full-time job. This is the quickest, fastest, most efficient way that I can just get my thoughts and my own personality out there without kind of burning out on the editing side of things. But regardless, we had a whole lot of fun with The Boys Season 4. I can't wait for The Boys Season 5. I really appreciate you again. Thank you so much for watching. Go have a great rest of your day.